does it mean to be working with Blake again?
Oh, we're talking about you all day.
Trying to be like, do you think the movie has been impacted by the Blake and Justin stuff without being so blunt? And Anna tried her best to be like, I don't know, like, what's going on? And she walked away so fast. Like, she did not want to be asked any more questions. Like,
hey, gossip lovers, welcome to Red Tea, your daily fix of celebrity drama, juicy scandals, and sizzling secrets. Let's spill the tea. Blake Lively is losing control as Anna Kendrick finally drops the act. For years, they played the part, smiling, laughing, and posing like the best of friends. But behind the scenes, a whole different story. Anna couldn't stand Blake, and now she's making sure the world knows it. After Blake's latest scandal exploded, Anna is officially done pretending. She's walking away from this master manipulator for good. Let's dive into one of Hollywood's most forced, awkward, and painfully fake friendships. Once seen as inseparable, Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick were anything but close. The truth? Anna was merely tolerating her, and now she doesn't have to fake it anymore. No apologies, no regrets, just completely done. For years, Anna gritted her teeth through cringeworthy interviews and staged photo ops, keeping quiet to avoid drama. But after Blake's legal battle with Justin Baldoni, that was the final straw. Anna wants nothing to do with her, refuses to be in the same room, and is making it clear she won't help salvage Blake's sinking career by promoting a simple favor too. When even your own co-stars are running for the exit, you know things are beyond saving. But here's the real blow. Blake's legal disaster is tearing down everything she built. Her lawsuit against Baldoni isn't just a scandal, it's a full-blown career crisis. She tried to play the victim to stay in control, but instead, she exposed herself as one of Hollywood's biggest manipulators. And now, the entire industry sees it. Studios, actors, brands, everyone is backing away. But no one is distancing themselves faster than Anna Kendrick. Just look at the body language experts analyzing this situation. The tension between these two? It's been simmering for years. Let's rewind to where it all began. This disaster started during the A Simple Favor press tour. If you watched even one of their interviews, you could tell something was off. The tension was unbearable, and the forced smiles were so fake it was painful to watch. The whole time, Blake was trying way too hard to sell the best friends act, while Anna, she wasn't giving her a single ounce of energy, zero effort, zero enthusiasm. It was painfully obvious that Anna didn't want to be there. She showed up because she had to, not because she could tolerate being anywhere near Blake. And the fans, they caught on instantly. Even Blake weirdly admitted that she was jealous of her own mother for being more confident than her. And guess what? Even Lionsgate saw the disaster unfolding. They had to step in and force them to act like friends because their real-life tension was completely ruining the film's marketing.
Go into these details to really get a full understanding of just how bad Blake Lively is. I don't know. This doesn't look like a woman under stress. This doesn't look like a woman who can barely get out of bed, as we've seen in reports. This looks like a woman who cannot wait to be back in the spotlight.
That's right. This wasn't just some petty disagreement. The tension was so intense that a multi-million-dollar studio had to step in, practically begging them to stop being so cold to each other. Imagine being so unbearable that your own studio has to send you a memo just to remind you to smile next to your co-star. Then came Anna Kendrick's infamous muting comment. When asked if she blocks people on social media, she didn't even hesitate. She simply said, "I have muted some people." And the way she said it? Pure, unfiltered shade. The fans knew, the interviewers knew, everyone knew. She might as well have tagged Blake right then and there. Oh, but trust me, it only gets worse. Once you start digging into Blake's history on set, it turns out nobody wants to work with her. You think Anna Kendrick is the only one who can't stand her? Not even close. And let's not forget, Blake had the audacity to call Anna an egomaniac straight to her face. But let's talk about the real victims here. The crew members behind. The scenes of A Simple Favor. The people actually working on the movie had a lot to say, and none of it was good. Blake was a nightmare, constantly demanding control over every tiny detail. Blake acting like she was the director, making everyone's life miserable. And the worst part? She didn't care. One former assistant director even came forward saying, Blake was so unbearable, she quit Hollywood entirely. Not just the movie, not just the job, the entire industry. She didn't just walk away, she ran. Her exact words, "Blake was so cruel. I quit Hollywood." Imagine being so toxic that people switch careers just to escape you. But hold on, there's more tea to spill. Another former crew member from A Simple Favor recently exposed Blake on Instagram. Henry Golding posted about the sequel, and boom, a former AD jumped into the comments and spilled everything. She straight up called working with Blake the worst experience of her career. It was so bad, it drove her out of the industry. And the best part? She said everyone else was amazing, except Blake. Then came the final bombshell. She revealed she was cruel to many. "I cried my way home many nights because you try so hard to please someone who is never pleased and puts you down constantly. This isn't just bad behavior, this is a full-blown Hollywood horror story. And it wasn't just the crew dealing with Blake's drama. Even her own co-stars had enough. While Henry Golding tried to keep things professional, Anna Kendrick, she was done playing nice. No more fake smiles, no more PR nonsense. She let the world know exactly how she felt. Anna refused to let Blake control the sequel's promotion. Blake wanted top billing over Anna, because of course she did. But Anna, she wasn't having it. She fought for equal billing, and when Blake still tried to manipulate the situation, Anna made the ultimate power move. She walked away entirely. No more playing along. No more helping Blake save face when the entire industry already knew she was a nightmare to work with. And honestly, who can blame her? Blake burned every bridge she ever had, and now she's watching them collapse in real time. But let's be clear, this isn't just some minor PR mess. Blake Lively's career meltdown is a catastrophic car crash happening in slow motion, and at the center of the wreckage, her desperate attempt to control the promotion of A Simple Favor 2. Because, in classic Blake fashion, she couldn't just let the movie speak for itself. Oh no, she had to shove herself front and center, demand, control, and turn everything into an even bigger disaster. Let's talk about the poster fiasco. Blake insisted her name appear above Anna Kendrick's because, she thinks she's the Beyoncé of Hollywood, when in reality, she's just a discount Serena van der Woodsen who peaked in 2012. But Anna? She shut that down real fast. She fought for equal billing because, shocker, she's actually the more respected actress. But Blake? Oh, she wasn't letting that go. What followed was weeks of exhausting behind-the-scenes negotiations, with Blake's team throwing full-blown tantrums like this was some Oscar-winning masterpiece instead of what it actually is. A Prime Video sequel to a 6-year-old mid-budget thriller. And speaking of Blake's obsession with control, let's talk about the staggered billing fiasco. Anna stood her ground, refusing to let Blake steamroll her, and things got so messy that the studio had to step in and settle it. The final decision? Staggered billing. That means Anna's name appears first, but Blake's is slightly higher on the poster because apparently she threw a tantrum loud enough to make it happen. But Anna? She wasn't about to let this petty fight consume her. Instead of wasting time battling a woman so deep in her own ego she can't see straight, Anna did something even more savage. She walked away. No joint interviews, no forced smiles, no faking it for PR. Years. People are just finally speaking up. Her toxic, controlling, and manipulative holier-than-thou behavior has been exposed in a way that not even her perfectly curated Instagram posts can save her from. And her co-stars, they despise her. The crew members from A Simple Favor were so traumatized by working with Blake that they literally warned others about her. Imagine being so difficult, so unbearable, that even people in Hollywood, one of the most toxic industries on earth, think you're the problem. That's Blake Lively's reality. Oh, and let's not forget the PR meltdown of the century, Anna Kendrick's British Academy Film Award speech. That wasn't just a speech. It was a scorched earth, gloves off, passive-aggressive masterclass in dragging Blake Lively without even saying her name. The entire monologue, a not-so-subtle lesson on respecting directors, respecting authority on set, and knowing when to sit down and listen. And guess what? Everyone knew exactly who she was talking about. Blake's obsession with control, her refusal to respect Baldoni as a director, her meltdowns over creative decisions. Anna put it all on blast, wrapped up in perfectly calculated shade. And here's where things get even uglier. Fans have started digging up patterns in Blake's behavior, specifically her shady habit of playing the victim whenever things don't go her way.
You can't fake it. She's just like, listen, I know y'all want me to, but I just...
And guess what? It's backfiring. Big time. At this point, nobody is buying it anymore. She tried to take down Baldoni. She tried to control the media narrative. She tried to paint herself as the innocent victim. But in the process, she completely exposed her own manipulative playbook. And now, Hollywood is officially done with her. And if that wasn't bad enough, even Ryan Reynolds' exes have started weighing in. Because let's be real, this kind of controlling, manipulative behavior didn't just magically appear overnight. More and more people are quietly confirming what's been whispered for years. Blake has always been like this. She was never some misunderstood angel. She was just really good at pretending to be likable. But now, the mask is off, and speaking of Hollywood rejecting her, let's talk about the moment it all crumbled, the SNL 50th anniversary. Ryan Reynolds thought it would be hilarious to joke about Blake's lawsuit on live TV. And let's just say that joke landed like a lead balloon. The audience, dead silent. The industry, not amused. Even celebrities who already hated Baldoni were like, yeah, no, this ain't it. And the backlash? Immediate. Hollywood's biggest players started backing away. Studios refused to cast her. Major projects she was attached to? Canceled. Blake was lined up to star in a high-profile HBO drama, but guess what? Not happening anymore. Why? Because she's officially industry poison. Studios are actively running from her name. And Ryan, he's not safe either. His Deadpool legacy? Actually in jeopardy. Marvel, the same company that survived Ezra Miller, Jonathan Majors, and every other scandal imaginable, is now side-eyeing Ryan Reynolds because of the PR disaster surrounding him and Blake. Think about that. It's gotten that bad. And let's be real, this is only the beginning. Hollywood turns fast, but when it happens hard. Blake thought she could control everything, thought she was untouchable. But now, she's watching everything slip right through her fingers. Studios don't want her. Brands are dropping her. The entire industry is distancing itself from the Lively Reynolds circus. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are watching their entire empire collapse in real time. Honestly, it's glorious. What was once Hollywood's most adored power couple is now its most publicly humiliated train wreck. And it's not just the industry that's turned on them. The fans have had enough too. The backlash? Absolutely brutal. Social media is eating them alive, with hashtags like "Our Cancel Lively Reynolds" trending nonstop for weeks. Fans who once worshipped their perfect couple act, now they're ripping them apart. And honestly, it's long overdue. People are finally seeing them for what they really are: fake, manipulative, and power-hungry. And the most hilarious part? Even A-list celebrities, the same ones who used to pretend to like them, are dropping them left and right. Blake's biggest flex was always her A-list friendships. But now, nobody wants to be seen with her. Celebs have quietly unfollowed them on Instagram, distanced themselves from the mess, and erased them from their inner circles. And in Hollywood, that's a death sentence. Then there's the brand exodus. Blake built her entire career on selling the perfect lifestyle aesthetic. But here's the problem. That only works if people actually like you. The second the world turned on her, luxury brands ran for the hills. No more fashion partnerships, no more endorsements, no more high-end sponsorships, because nobody wants their brand associated with a manipulative lawsuit magnate who's now more famous for her legal battles than her acting. And her loyal PR team, they're scrambling, desperately trying to keep the sinking ship afloat. But behind closed doors, Hollywood agents are warning studios to blacklist her. And not just because she's toxic, but because she's now a massive financial risk. Nobody wants to pour money into a woman whose name is now synonymous with failure. And if that wasn't bad enough, Ryan's reputation is just as doomed. Because while Blake is dragging him down with her, Ryan isn't exactly fighting back. Instead, he's spiraling right alongside her. And let's talk about the $400 million lawsuit that's about to wipe them out. Because this isn't some petty legal battle. This is career-ending, bank account draining, reputation obliterating, full-scale disaster-level litigation. And they won't survive it. Blake thought she could outmaneuver Justin Baldoni. But instead, she played herself. But Hollywood always catches up. And now, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are witnessing their empire crumble right before their eyes. And honestly, there couldn't be two people more deserving of this downfall. Because the worst part, she brought this on herself.